In this video, for the first time ever, I am rating all of the Minecraft clients that I have used from best to worst. This is going to be really controversial. If you guys haven't already, please like this video and comment your IGN down below to be in the chance to win 1K. We are getting so close to 200,000 subscribers, guys, so if you please haven't already, hit that subscribe button with the bell so you guys don't miss when I upload a video, and join my Discord if you guys haven't already. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Hey, what's going on, guys? Sochspeed here. Welcome back to another video going up on the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be going through my Minecraft PvP client tier list. Now, I teamed up with one of my Discord staff and pretty much we created a tier list including all of the clients I've ever used on my YouTube channel. Now, as you guys know, I've been using clients for the past 2 years, so I'd like to think I have a decent knowledge on what I'm talking about. And, you know, obviously this is my own opinion and I know this may come across as slightly controversial. I know I hype up a lot of clients. You know, I think a lot of clients are good for a lot of different reasons. You know, one client's better at one thing while another's better at another, and it's always really been like that. So obviously it's pretty hard, and this guy's burning all their stuff. Okay, so anyway, what I'm gonna do is go from the bottom to the top of the list. Now I'm gonna first list off all of the contenders, and I'll show them on the screen as well so you guys can see, but essentially all of the clients I'm going to go through right now. So we have the Prime MC client, which I hadn't actually used before this video. It's a client that is only used for, you know, Prime MC, the server. I believe you can use it on other servers too, but I think a lot of people just use it for that one. The 5zig mod, a lot of you probably know the 5zig mod from Hypixel. The Skull Project, Bat mod, Pixel client, Cosmic client, Laby mod, Hyperium, Cheat Breaker when it was open, Lunar client, and Badline client. And I didn't include this in the tier list, but also PvP Lounge as well. So that's quite a few clients. I'm not sure exactly how many. Now, obviously there is more clients out there in the universe. That isn't every single one, but it's every single one I've used in the past and some that I've recently started using for this video. So I'm going to be honest, there isn't any clients that made it into my F tier list. You know, I was going to put Cheat Breaker there, but it would be kind of stupid to put Cheat Breaker in F, considering Lunar client is basically what Cheat Breaker is, and that is rated in my tier list. So anyway, we're starting off in E. So I put 3 clients in E. You know, it might be kind of expected considering I don't actually use these clients at all, but to be honest, these are basic clients in my opinion. You know, they've been community made. I think 5zig has actually been developed quite nicely, but essentially there is 3 clients in the E tier list, which is the... I just noticed I have fire aspect, and honestly it's pretty nice. But anyway, so that's the E tier list. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. The clients aren't actually bad at all. It's just obviously the clients all above them, in my opinion, are a lot better. To be honest, I highly doubt a lot of you guys actually use these clients that I just mentioned. You know, they're not as popular as the main ones that some people use, but yeah. So moving on, we're moving on to D. Now, these are some of the clients that I think are actually pretty decent, and clients that I've used in the past and that I've used for videos and that I probably would regularly use. You know, I don't think these clients are bad in any kind of way. But on D, we have Cosmic client, we have Batmod client, which I actually uploaded a video a couple of days ago using, which I actually found to be pretty good. And then we have the Pixel client, which if you guys remember from last year, I made a video using. Now, just above D, obviously we have C. Now, I've left this tier for 2 clients that I have actually used in the past. You know, one of them I actually used to use for 1.8 almost all the time. You guys can probably guess it's Laby mod and Hyperium client. Now, Hyperium client's actually pretty good. I think Ski has done a great job with the client when he was developing it. I think he is still developing it, in fact, but what I believe is he's working with Badline client on a lot of his mods. Don't quote me on that, although I'm not entirely sure. I haven't used Hyperium client in a very long time though. Now, obviously the next tier is B, and after I kill this guy, I'm going to jump straight into what I think is the B tier. Yeah, this guy doesn't actually know how to PvP too well, so I think I can get him pretty easily here. It was honestly very difficult for me to choose my A and B in the tier listing, and as I said, I don't believe there's just one client that is superior. And I mean, if I was basing this on popularity, you guys know Badline client would be at the top, no doubt, because it is by far the biggest client that people use. I think it's still a lot bigger than Lunar client. But anyway, my B tier list, which might come at a surprise to some of you, is PvP Lounge client and Cheat Breaker. Now, let me explain why. I use PvP Lounge quite often, and it is a very good client. I use it a lot. However, when using the client, I do sometimes come across intense lag spikes, which do happen probably more than any other client that I have used, although it's still not that common. It's, you know, obviously a bit annoying when it does happen. Now, I'm not necessarily blaming the client itself for this, but obviously that is based on my performance towards the client, so it kind of makes sense for me to include that. Now, Cheat Breaker probably would have been an A tier if there wasn't a lot of backlash behind Cheatbreaker, because the client itself was very good. You know, a lot of people questioned the safety of using the client, and to be honest, if I'm just avoiding all of that, I would honestly rate it a B. I think it's a great client. You know, I think the people over at Luna and people at Cheatbreaker do a great job with the client. So that's why I'd rate them both on the B tier. I used Cheatbreaker a lot when it was available, before it was shut down, and just like I used Luna client quite a lot now. And by the way, if you're wondering what client I'm using in this video, I am actually using the Luna client, and I'm Thanos right now, apparently, a Minecraft version. I just saw the gauntlet in my hand. So yeah, that is my B tier. I was honestly quite close to putting PvP Lounge on A tier. However, I don't use it as much as Badline client and also Luna client, so that's why I had to put it a rank below. And yes, I've just spoiled the A tier. So the A tier, I wasn't going to include 2 clients, but I think it would be unfair for me not to include Luna client as well as Badline client. Badline client was going to be at the top regardless, because it's the client I, started really getting into using, 2 or 3 years ago now. So it's obviously, for me personally, it's a client that I've always been able to use. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say the performance of that client is the best. I don't think it is at all. It's not bad. This guy called me a hacker. This guy called me a hacker. 1.8 PvP is very overpowered, but my friend, I am not cheating. I am not cheating. So yeah. So as I said, the first place goes to the Badline client and Luna client in rank A. Now, it is very difficult for me to tell these 2 clients apart in terms of the development behind them. I'd say Badline client probably develops quite a bit faster than the Luna client. However, I still find myself using the Luna client almost as much as Badline client. So I think it would have been a little bit unfair if I didn't put these 2 at the top tier of clients right now that I've been using. Now, obviously, I didn't include clients such as Forge, Optifine, I mean, Optifine isn't necessarily a client, it's a mod, but Forge itself is, in theory, a client. It combines mods together into like a folder. I would say Forge, I think, is still the biggest. I think it's still bigger than Badline client, like way bigger. So Forge in itself is in theory, I guess, the rank A+, the cheat rank that nobody knew about, I guess. But anyway, that is my tier list, and I'm very interested to know what you guys think. So in the comments down below, if you guys could rate your own tier list, I can even go ahead and link the tier list below so you guys can recreate it and, do it based on what you think is the highest. I was trying to not be as biased as possible when creating this list. I think I did a pretty good job with it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know if you agree or disagree with it. If you guys want me to try out any undercover clients that you haven't seen used before, then let me know in the comment section below. But aside from that, I just want to say a huge thank you to you guys for watching up until this point in the video, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Goodbye.